Hello everyone, let us provide a solution to this interesting radical equation. We are looking for the real value or values of x that can satisfy the equation. X plus the square root of x divided by the square root of x plus square root of x divided by x plus the square root of x, everything equal to 10 divided by 3. Before we start, you should know that x has to be greater than 0. Why? Because we have a denominator here of square root of x. What if x is 0? Square root of 0 is still 0, and you know we don't divide by 0. And x can't be negative because in the real world, we don't have negative square roots. So let's simplify this. I think to minimize space, we can do some things mentally. We can divide this 2 times by this directly, right? So what is x divided by the square root of x? It will be square root of x. Why? I think I can explain. Because x is the same thing as x to the power of 1, right? And square root of x is the same thing as x to the power of 1 over 2. According to one of the laws of indices, since we have common bases, you take one base, then you subtract the exponents. 1 minus a half is still a half. And you know that this is just square root of x. So x divided by square root of x is simply square root of x. Then square root of x divided by square root of x is 1. All right, plus, let me take it down a little bit. Then plus square root of x to the top, to the bottom. We can write it like this because this is square root of x plus 1. This is x plus square root of x. We can factor out square root of x, right? So that inside will be x divided by square root of x. We have learned that it is the same thing as square root of x. Then square root of x divided by square root of x is 1. So you can see they are similar. And everything will be 10 divided by 3. From here, this and this will cancel automatically. So what can we do? We can do some things directly mentally. We can multiply all the terms by this and also by 3. So we can take 3 times square root of x plus 1 multiply across. So if you take the whole of this, you multiply by this, you're going to get 3 times square root of x plus 1 squared. Yes, because this time this, they are the same, right? To the power of 2. Plus, if you take the whole of this, you multiply by this. Square root of x plus 1 will cancel this, but 3 will remain, right? So 3 will remain. This is equal to, take the whole of this, multiply by this. 3 and 3 will cancel. We still have 10 times the square root of x plus 1. Now bring all terms to the left-hand side. This is the leading term, right? This is 3 times square root of x plus 1 squared. I want you to look at this as 3x squared. Then as this crosses over, it becomes negative 10 times square root of x plus 1. Then we still have plus 3. And the right-hand side, we have nothing. Let's find out whether it is factorable. You take 3, you multiply by 3, that will give us 9, right? Then 2 factors of 9 that added to negative 10. They are negative 9 and negative 1 because negative 9 times negative 1 will give us positive 9 and negative 9, negative 1 will give us negative 10. So this is factorable. Considering square root of x plus 1 as our x, something like 3x squared minus 10x plus 3. Remember quadratics. So you take your x, which is now this, square root of x plus 1, right? Then the first one here is minus 9. But since you have a leading term, you divide by the leading term, multiplied by another square root of x plus 1. Then the second one is minus 1, also divide by the leading term, everything equal to 0. Let's simplify. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 1 minus 3 is minus 2, right? So this is square root of x minus 2 equal to 0. Or 3 times 1 is 3. Then 3 minus 1 is 2. So you have 2 over 3 here. Square root of x plus 2 over 3 also equal to 0. Let us finish it here. You can take this one. Okay, let me do that here. square root of x is now equal to 2 as negative 2 crosses over. And you can also do the same thing here. Square root of x equal to negative 2 over 3, which is not true. Square root of x will always produce a positive result. So we are not going to consider this. It's not part of our solution. Instead, this one, if square root of x is equal to 2, then you can square both sides. Square this, you have x, because power of 2 will cancel the square root. Then you square this, you get 4. It means that x equal to 4 is our valid solution. If you like, you test it in the main equation. This is 4, right? Square root of 4 is 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. To the bottom, square root of 4 is 2. So this is what we have. Remember, this is going to be reciprocal, right? It's just going to give us what? 6 divided by 2. No, 2 divided by 6. 2 divided by 6. And each one to the simplest form, this is, should I write it as 3 divided by 1? Because 6 divided by 2 is 3. And this one is going to be 1 divided by 3. And what is the LCM? 3, right? 1 into 3 is 3, times 3 is 9. 3 into 3, 1, times 1 is 1. Can you see that this is 10 over 3? Yeah, it satisfied the original equation. But this won't satisfy that because square root of a number will always produce a positive result. Yeah,